Why is optogenetics clinical translation facing regulatory hurdles? Imagine controlling brain cells with light like flipping a switch. That's what optogenetics promises, but turning this idea into real medicine isn't simple. It's a puzzle with many pieces, and regulators are trying to fit them all together. Optogenetics uses special proteins called opsins that respond to light. Scientists insert these proteins into specific neurons using viruses, which is a form of gene therapy. Then, tiny devices shine light to activate or silence those neurons. This combo of gene therapy and implantable devices makes it tricky for regulators to decide how to approve it. Because it involves gene therapy, it falls under rules meant for medicines. But since it also uses devices that go into the body, it's also regulated as a medical device. This means it has to meet two different sets of standards at the same time. That can slow down approval because each part has its own rules and testing procedures. In the European Union, these combined products are called advanced therapy medicinal products. They need a special review process that looks at both the medicine and the device together. But current laws don't have a clear, single pathway for this kind of review. So, approval can take longer and become more complicated. Safety is another big concern. Optogenetics permanently changes how neurons work by making them produce light-sensitive proteins. These changes could last a lifetime, raising questions about long-term safety and risks. Regulators worry about potential side effects that might not show up until years later. Plus, implanting devices in the brain or nervous system involves surgery, which adds risks like infection or damage. Ethical questions also come into play. Since the genetic modifications are permanent, patients need to fully understand what they're agreeing to. Informed consent becomes more complex when changes are irreversible and long-lasting. This can make regulators cautious about approving early trials. The legal landscape varies from country to country, adding more confusion. Some nations have strict rules, others are more flexible. This inconsistency makes it harder for researchers to plan and conduct clinical trials across borders. Even though optogenetics has potential for treating diseases like retinitis pigmentosa or neurodegenerative conditions, these regulatory hurdles slow down progress. Changes in laws and clearer guidelines are needed to help bring these therapies to patients faster. In short, the main challenges are the dual nature of optogenetics as both gene therapy and a medical device, the permanence of genetic changes, safety and ethical concerns, and a regulatory system that's still catching up with this new technology. All these factors make it tough to move from research to real-world treatments quickly.